Hi everyone, I'm going to give you a quick overview of Study 2. So Study 2 is the PARSEEK study. It's an exploration of parental help seeking for adolescent mental health difficulties. And this is something that really has been neglected in the literature. We don't really know much about parents' experiences of seeking help when their adolescent has a mental health difficulty. And this is really something we need to start addressing because parents play a key role in helping their adolescent to access services up until the age of 18. This study is being undertaken under the supervision of Professor Ailish Hennessy and Dr. Caroline Heery. So for the next couple of minutes, I'm just going to talk you through 3 studies which I've completed as part of my PhD thesis. The first study is a systematic review of the literature. Then I've completed a qualitative study involving interviews with parents and a quantitative study involving a survey with parents. So my first study is a systematic review, and the aim of the systematic review was to synthesize the literature on parental help-seeking interventions. The review has recently been published in the Journal of Adolescent Health. So I suppose the aim was really to identify effective interventions that increase parental help-seeking knowledge, attitudes and behaviours. But we found from the onset that it was not going to be possible to do a meta-analysis due to the heterogeneous nature of both the interventions and the outcome measures that the interventions used. So instead we did 2 things. We identified common behavioural change techniques that are used in parental help-seeking interventions that could help researchers when designing future parental help-seeking interventions. And we also identified promising interventions. These are interventions that should be replicated in different contexts in order to develop best practice guidelines for parental help-seeking interventions. Another kind of key take-home messages that we took from the review was that we really need to place more emphasis on designing high-quality parental help-seeking interventions. We need to ensure that there's theory driving the meta of change behind the intervention. It's really important not to forget fathers because a lot of the studies we reviewed only included mothers. And finally, again, like I said, we need more consistency with the outcome measures we are using in order to evaluate the interventions. So my second study involved interviews with parents about their experiences seeking help when their adolescent has a mental health difficulty. So I travelled all around Ireland and I talked to 23 mothers and 7 fathers about their experiences. And at the moment, I'm in the process of thematically analysing the data. But some of the kind of key preliminary findings from what I've found so far is that parents really play a key role in supporting their child when they have a mental health difficulty. They have to support their child through it, they're their advocate for services, and really sometimes this is something that's overlooked. Parents also have huge difficulties deciding when to seek help or to know when their adolescent is experiencing distress. Very often parents find that they're actually surprised that their adolescent has been having difficulties, and sometimes it's hard for them to know when it's a mental health difficulty or when it's normal teenage moodiness. And finally, the last thing is that for parents, seeking help is not always easy, and parents have to go through many obstacles in order to get the help for their child. So my final study is a survey with parents. 1,179 parents have completed this study, and really the aim of it is to look at parents' perceptions of adolescent distress. So it's a vignette study of a parent talking about their adolescent who has a mental health difficulty, but we varied the vignettes by severity, cause and gender. And really what we want to see is how their perception of the distress influences their likelihood of seeking help and from what sources. So we're currently analysing the results and there'll be some interesting findings to come.